This video is to show how to use bridging table and pivot table to create status chart easily. This is a classic example of a stack column chart showing the status of completion for each task. If you are only tracking target end date and actual end date of each task, you can split the completion status into these 4 categories as shown. Let us jump straight into an example to show how such status chart can be easily developed from a bridging table using pivot table and chart. We will use the previous example where we have some data on block, unit, task, target end date and actual end date within a bridging table. We start off by creating a column to record whether a task is completed or not using the if function. If the actual end column is blank, the task is not completed yet, else it is completed. Next we create another column to record whether a task is delayed or not using the if function again. There are 2 scenarios for a delay. Firstly, if a task is completed, the task is delayed if the actual end exceeded the target end. Secondly, if a task is not completed yet, the task is delayed if the target end is before or on today's date. We can format the delay column output text slightly to add brackets. Finally, add a status column to combine the 2 earlier columns' output text together. Insert a pivot table in a new worksheet using the bridging table data. Select block as filter, task as rows, status as columns, and count of status as values. Click anywhere within the pivot table and insert a pivot chart. Choose stack column chart. Update the sequencing of the status columns on the pivot table so that the pivot chart shows the right profile. Finally, update the pivot chart status color to your desired preference. I hope this video showed you that status chart is easily formulated by using bridging table to create a status column for pivoting. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell notification button.